Well, there's a local artist who's making breathtaking pieces by hand. Cody's getting all the details this morning.
That's right. And he's also rocking a lovely bow tie.
Look at the bow tie.
Montgomery, I've known you forever.
A long time.
Yeah,
12, 13 years, something like that.
Yeah, I said you were a young man back then.
Yes.
You're still a young man, but I'm just saying.
Appreciate
You were
it.
on the show a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
And we showed off, what was it? It was
My Martin Luther King portrait.
Yes. And the whole time, I knew that you had something special coming out.
Yes.
I didn't want to spoil the surprise.
Right. Yeah.
But tell them the story of what happened.
So January 6th, one of the officers from that day, his friend, really good friend of his, contacted me on Instagram, said, hey, is there any way you can use the testimony he had given, his name is Harry Dunn, and create a portrait of him? And I said, sure. She sent me the picture, and then we get to work, and then sure enough, about 2 weeks prior to, she said, hey, he's getting the Citizens Medal from the President of the United States. The speech he's going to give there, I want to put it in there as well. So I stopped working for a little bit and then finished it in.
And here it is right there.
Yes.
That is amazing. I mean, that looks just like Harry Dunn. It looks just like Harry Dunn.
Yes.
So all these words that we're seeing here is his testimony.
Is the testimony that he had given in court. And then towards where his shoulder is, all the way down, is the speech he had given when he received the Citizens Medal. And then right where that badge is, I also included all the people that received the Citizens Medal, also along with the police officers that lost their lives that day as well. So I wanted to make sure they were also included. He's important, but they paid the ultimate price.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Now, when you're doing this,
yes,
I always ask you this question because not only are you doing the arts, but as you're writing, you're hearing their words.
Yeah. It's emotional. It's very emotional. And then I have him staring back at me as well. Right. So I have to make sure I'm doing the best job possible. But it's emotional, especially when I have someone who had passed away. It takes a lot out of me. So I end up having to put it away for a while and then get back to it maybe the very next day.
Really?
Yeah, because I'll end up crying a lot of the time. Yeah. So yeah, that's just kind of how it works out.
That turned out so great. So have you heard from him?
I have. Matter of fact, he had called me Thursday, and he super nice guy. And he was like, "Hey Nick, called, say thank you, taking the time out of your day to just do a portrait of me, little old me." And I said, "No, I have to. We have to, commemorate someone like you. So." He was super excited about it.
That is so special.
Super touched.
And I'm so glad I didn't ruin the surprise.
Yeah, no, yeah. I saw it in your face. I saw it in your eyeballs last time.
You're doing this?
But for Black History Month, I also wanted to bring and showcase some of the other portraits that I've done. So Kobe Bryant has all the people that were in the helicopter crash, every basketball stat, every teammate and coach he worked with in his 20-year career, and then his wife's speech she had given at the memorial. Oh, yeah. I knew the names of the players would be awesome, but I knew something was missing, and I figured it out, and I was like, you know what, that speech, it took all of her to talk about her husband and her daughter who she had just lost.
Yeah.
And then for Michael Jackson, it's just a mix of his lyrics from his single albums, from Off the Wall all the way to Dangerous.
Well, I love you, buddy. You know that.
Yes.
I love you, and I love your family.
Thank you.
Good folks.
Yes.
How can people get in touch with you?
So they can contact me on Instagram, SharpieBoy07, or you can just text me directly, and then I can do copies of a lot of the work that you'll see on Instagram, and I do take custom work. So just like Officer Dunn, when his good friend contacted me to do it, I can do stuff like that for you. And also just tell your story is what I tell people all the time.
Seriously, how cool with that, telling your story and having that art at the same time?
Yeah.
That is so special.
And same thing with Chadwick Boseman, same thing. So cast and crew from the movie, quotes that he had given, and some speeches as well.
Oh, I would have lost it.
Wow.
Yeah, I did.
Lost it on that one.
Oh, I did.
Thank you, Nick.
No problem.
Well, stick around. We got more in the show coming up. Absolutely fantastic work. But that turned out so good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Beautiful work, Nick. Very great.
Thank you so much.
Okay.